In this video, we'll review the syllabus. So I want you to go to Blackboard, open the syllabus, or download and print it and have it in front of you as we move forward in this video. At the top, of course, is the course information. Then below that is my instructor information. There's my name. My office hours are on Thursdays, 12:45 to 2:30 p.m. and also 4 to 5:15 p.m. I'm on campus more than just Thursdays, so you can find me other days of the week as well in my office. My office is located in the main building on the north side, room number 1046. There's my email address. Email is probably the best way to get a hold of me. I check my email frequently and I respond to students as soon as I receive the email. Then there's my phone number. That's the phone number to my office. If I'm in my office, of course, I'll answer the phone. Below that is the catalog description, and it reads, "This course covers the history of Latin America from pre-Columbian civilizations through the conquistadors, the colonial period, and the wars of independence. The primary focus of the course is the 19th and 20th centuries." So we're not going to spend that much time on the colonial period, the 16th, 17th, and 18th centuries. Instead, we're going to examine Latin America since independence. And Latin America gains its independence in the 1820s, so that's what the bulk of our course will examine, that time period. Below is a course overview, and I'm not going to read all this. This just covers some of the topics that we'll be discussing. On the second page, let's have a look at the required textbooks. And I discussed these textbooks in the first video lecture on the course introduction, but let's briefly review them here. So there are 3 assigned textbooks that I want you to purchase: the Colombia Reader, the Guatemala Reader, and the Dominican Republic Reader. And notice the Guatemala Reader, the second one, it has an asterisk beside it with a link under the citation. And I put that there because you can actually read the Guatemala Reader through the UHD library. They have a digital copy of it. And if you're online, you just pull up that link and you can go straight to reading it. If you're off campus, then you need to use your login credentials to be able to access the book through that link. And below the required textbooks is a suggested textbook, and it is a new history of modern Latin America. You're not required to read it. You're not required to purchase it. I just put that book there. If you need additional supplemental information to help you learn the material and study for the exams, then that is there. A lot of the information in the lectures I have pulled from that book. So it'll be a useful book if you need additional information. Below is the university textbook policy. That's just a standard statement. Let's look closely now at the assignments, exams, and weights. You'll have a chance to score a total of 1,000 points in this course throughout the semester. And 900 points or more equals an A if you have that at the end of the semester. 800 points or more equals a B. 700 points or more equals a C. 600 or more equals a D. And any score less than 600 points equals an F. So your points will be accumulating throughout the semester. And I also have a small paragraph here on late penalties. If you turn in an assignment late, if it's just 1 week late, it's a 10% reduction in the score. If it's 2 weeks late, a 20% reduction in the score, so forth. And then now let's look at the specific assignments here. So the one you're going to be doing the most often every week are the online discussion scores. There's 12 of them, and they are worth 33 points each. And I have a grading rubric for the discussions that you can see on Blackboard. So have a look at that for my expectations on how to make discussion post. It's worth a total, these 12 discussion scores are worth a total of 400 points. So 40% of your grade it's going to consist of. And there'll be a 4-point curve will be added to the first discussion score, just so we can round out the number to 400 points. And each week, you're going to make at least 2 discussion posts, and each one will be 150 words. Then there's a midterm exam that you'll take right after spring break. It's worth 200 points, 20% of your grade. And the midterm exam, it will consist of multiple choice questions. And a lot of the questions will deal with material that was presented to you in the lectures and things we discussed in the online discussions. Likewise with the final exam. You'll take that at the end of the semester. It'll be multiple choice and it'll be 20% of your grade. Then another 20% of your grade is the term paper. This you're going to write in the second half of April and early May. It's going to be an 8 to 10 page paper, double space, 12-point font with 1-inch margins. I'll say more about the paper when the time comes. It's going to be based on primary sources. You'll also use some secondary sources. And I'll have an assignment sheet explaining on how to correctly write the paper. On the third page of the syllabus, there's some standard syllabus language that I'm not going to read all to you here, but I do want you to review it. The attendance policy, academic honesty, don't cheat, don't plagiarize, in other words. And then there's some information on disability services. If you have a disability, let me know, let the office know, and we'll be able to accommodate you. But the main part I wanted to discuss here, and the part you'll probably be consulting the most in the syllabus, are these last few pages here, the reading and assignment schedule. I'm not going to read all of these to you here, but I just want to show you how to read them so you'll know what we're doing from week to week. So as you can see, they're divided up into the weeks. The first week is the course introduction, what is Latin America? And below that, you'll have the reading assignments. Let's see, the readers. Colombia, page 1 through 12. The Guatemala reader, page 1 through 9. The Dominican Republic reader, page 1 through 8 this first week. And then below that, you'll have the online assignments, 3 lecture videos you need to watch, and then discussion number 1. And I put the due date of when discussion number 1 is due. After the first week, we'll start jumping into the main course content, looking at indigenous societies and the conquest. You'll have another discussion due every week. As I mentioned in the first video, it'll be a rhythm. You'll watch the videos, do the readings, and then make the online post. And then it'll go like that all the way through April. And in April is when we'll wrap things up, and you'll have your term paper, which will be due on April 28th at 5 p.m. And then finally, your final exam will be due on May 5th by 5 p.m. So if you have any questions about the syllabus, just let me know. I'm easy to reach by email, as I mentioned. And have a good look at it, understand it, and we'll get this course rolling.